Failure is one of the most powerful teachers life can offer, yet it is often misunderstood and feared. When we experience failure, our instinct is to turn away from it, to hide it, deny it, or feel ashamed of it. Society often glorifies success stories while overlooking the countless struggles, mistakes, and disappointments that paved the way. But the truth is, every great achievement is built on a foundation of failure. It is through failure that we discover resilience, creativity, and the strength to grow. The real difference between those who succeed and those who give up lies in how they respond to failure. Imagine a person who starts a business and faces rejection from investors, ridicule from peers, and multiple failed attempts before finding success. What drives such a person is not luck, but the ability to learn from what went wrong and adapt. Failure provides the raw material for wisdom. It shows us the gaps in our knowledge, exposes our weaknesses, and challenges us to evolve. It strips away arrogance and replaces it with humility. The humility to listen, to learn, and to improve. When we encounter failure, it's natural to feel defeated. Yet those moments of defeat hold the seeds of transformation. Failure forces us to rethink our approach, to question assumptions, and to develop patience. It is a mirror, reflecting both our limitations and our potential. Many people see failure as the opposite of success, but in reality, it is part of the same journey. Every setback, every rejection, every misstep carries a lesson that moves us closer to our goal, if we are willing to learn from it. The most successful individuals in history are those who embraced failure rather than ran from it. They understood that failure is not a dead end, but a detour toward a better direction. When we stop seeing failure as a verdict and start seeing it as feedback, our mindset transforms. Instead of asking, "Why did this happen to me?" we begin to ask, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift turns a painful experience into a powerful tool for growth. Failure also builds character. It teaches perseverance, a quality that no classroom can impart. When life tests us, failure becomes the training ground for our inner strength. It toughens the spirit, teaching us to endure and to keep moving forward despite adversity. Each time we fall and rise again, we grow stronger, wiser, and more determined. Failure reminds us that success is not measured by how often we win, but by how often we refuse to give up. In today's fast-changing world, innovation thrives on the willingness to fail. Every invention, every breakthrough is born out of countless trials and errors. The path of progress is not a straight line. It is a messy, winding road filled with mistakes. Those who fear failure remain stuck in their comfort zones, while those who embrace it create change. Failure fuels creativity because it encourages experimentation. When we are not afraid to fail, we dare to try new ideas, explore unknown paths, and imagine possibilities that others dismiss. Moreover, failure humanizes success. It connects people. When we share our failures openly, we inspire others to take courage. We remind them that it's okay to struggle, to fall short, to begin again. The story of failure followed by resilience speaks to the human spirit more deeply than effortless triumph ever could. It is through vulnerability that we find strength, and through failure that we build authenticity. In personal growth, failure plays an equally vital role. It teaches self-awareness. When something doesn't work, it pushes us to reflect. What did I overlook? What could I have done differently? These questions foster wisdom and emotional intelligence. Failure teaches us empathy as well. Once we've experienced our own disappointments, we understand the pain of others more deeply. It helps us become not only better achievers, but better human beings. But to truly leverage failure, we must change the way we perceive it. Instead of labeling it as a loss, we must view it as an investment, a necessary cost of learning. Every failure brings a return in knowledge, experience, and resilience. It prepares us for future success. The people who achieve greatness are not those who avoid failure, but those who know how to use it. They extract lessons, refine their strategies, and come back stronger each time. Failure also teaches the value of persistence. It reminds us that success rarely happens overnight. Behind every victory lies a series of attempts, adjustments, and improvements. Failure keeps us grounded and disciplined. It forces us to slow down, analyze, and rebuild with more intention. It teaches us that lasting success is not about quick wins, but sustained effort. Perhaps the most profound gift of failure is perspective. It teaches us gratitude. When we finally succeed after enduring hardship, we appreciate our achievements more deeply because we understand what it took to get there. Failure gives meaning to success. Without it, victories would feel hollow and undeserved. The struggle makes the triumph worthwhile. When failure comes, and it always does, it is not the end of the story. It is an invitation to start a new chapter with more wisdom and courage. Those who dare to fail are the ones who ultimately rise higher than they ever imagined. They understand that each fall is simply preparing them for the next leap forward. So, let us embrace failure not as a sign of weakness, but as a badge of courage. Let us wear our mistakes proudly, for they tell the story of perseverance and growth. Every failure holds the promise of a lesson, and every lesson brings us closer to our dreams. If we can learn to see failure as an ally rather than an enemy, then no setback can truly defeat us. The road to success is not a smooth highway, it is a rugged trail carved by countless missteps. But those missteps are what make the journey worthwhile. Failure shapes us, molds us, and pushes us to become the best version of ourselves. It is not the end of our efforts, but the beginning of our understanding. To leverage failure is to harness its power, to turn pain into progress, and defeat into determination. In the end, failure does not define us. Our response to it does. We can let it crush our spirit, or we can use it as a stepping stone to greatness. Every setback is a setup for a comeback, every fall a preparation for flight. Success, after all, is not about never failing. It's about never stopping. Those who understand this truth will find that failure is not their enemy, but their greatest teacher and most faithful guide toward success.